This show is proudly brought to you by Home of H Ghana and sponsored by Yaadia Herbal Center.
Good things, they say, happen to those that wait. I have waited for a very long time, and it's about time I take over your screen and your podcast streaming platform. My name is London the Creator, and this is Tea with London. My guest is the CEO, founder of the Morehead Organization. She is also Miss Malaika Ghana second runner-up 2020. She is beautiful. I would like to call her an influencer and a content creator, but she's like, please keep that title. I'm not ready yet. But let's check out what is on Spot On. On Spot On, we actually spot on that creative that is doing amazingly well in Ghana and beyond. Check out this amazing talent.
Having kids at heart and wanting to go all out for them, Kwame Osei-Asante is our spot on personality for today's episode of Tea with London. Kwame Osei-Asante is the founder of Little Tokens, established in the year 2019 with the vision that every child has access to good quality education. The foundation's primary aim is to help promote literacy and improve education standards in underserved communities. In just 2 years, his foundation, Little Tokens, has been able to impact positively into the lives of 150 students in just one community. Ever wondered what Kwame Osei-Asante would be able to do if he is supported on his current library and ICT Center project? Well, we have in our description box down below a link to his GoFundMe, so you can be of great assistance to his positive cause.
Welcome on the show, though.
Thank you so much, London.
We can have some tea, you know.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you.
So, I hope you like
so
it.
Good.
My tea makes the best tea.
I
And
love
then,
it.
this is the only place to get to Tea with London. So, let's start the conversation. I know you as Franklina Osei Shalom Mensah, a.k.a. Duck on Coco, a.k.a. hashtag unadulterated dark skin. Well, but then people don't really know you, but I don't know if they do know. You should know her. So I would want you to give us some few things. Who is Franklina Osei Shalom Mensah? Who are you?
Thank you so much, London. Thank you for this privilege.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for hosting me. I find myself very humbled, and thank you again. So there's a lot to me. There's a lot to Franklina. There's a lot to me. So I'm just a very young, enthusiastic female with so much ambitions to lay out and visionary.
Great. Let's take it from childhood. How was growing up like?
Growing up was fun. Growing up was good for me. I had the best mother. I had the best family. I had all the affection and emotional, support I needed. I did what children do when I was growing up. My mother wasn't so hard on me, even though she was very strict. My mom is very strict. She's a woman of God, a prophetess. So, but she's a very liberal one. So I had the best of team. Mm-hmm. So, I think things were cool for me. My mom keeps saying that I was the luckiest one because my brother and my sister had a tough time, but I had it easy. I did whatever I wanted to do. I'm very versatile. I'm sportive. I'm athletic. I'm smart. And so I did everything. I did everything a child should do. One thing I keep saying that my mom invested so much in my education and my skin. I keep telling people everywhere I go, the best thing my mom could ever have given me is education and invest in my skin. I keep saying this because there are so many times I wanted to bleach. My mom called me, hey, sit down, talk sense into me. It wasn't easy growing up. Wow. It's now that people are trying to accept the whole, black Africanism, but I keep telling people that it's not easy. But then again, I had a strong woman beside me to, hey, you're pretty, you're this. Don't listen to anyone. And with education, I had the best. I was very, very active in SRC. I was the SRC vice president.
Tell me more about SRC, and I would just break the ice by saying that I knew you not just after our Legon.
You told me, I was surprised.
It wasn't after our Legon trip. I actually knew Franklina way back during SRC Congress.
Yeah,
I was by then the general secretary for my school, local level.
I was a vice president and zonal president. It was a lot of responsibility, but it was good for me. I feel like I'm a natural leader. I was born with it. And so growing up, it was leadership roles, serving, and sports. That's how I see it. And fun, literally. And a lot of church. You know, my church was a very vibrant one. I went to a Presbyterian church.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a Presbyterian, but my mom is not. My mom gave us the chance to grow in areas we wanted. So the children's service was very entrenched. And, you know, even though they're dogmatic in a little way, I feel like I had this, I had a very memorable childhood. I was really active at church, Bible study, Bible quizzes. I did everything. And I won't deprive my kids of that. You will go to church, even if I'm not going, you will go. You go and sit at children's service. You will learn the Bible. You will open the Bible. Leviticus to all of it.
Oh
when you want to do away with
goodness.
it, it's up to you. But under my roof, you will learn all of those things.
Under my roof, you would learn all of those things. You also made mention of the leadership side of you.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the Morehead Organization, because I know you are founder of Morehead Organization,
Yes.
which is actually tailored for climate change.
Yes.
Tell me a lot about it.
So thank you so much. The Morehead Organization is an NGO founded by my sister and I, Sewa Prempe. So it's an NGO that focuses on climate change issues and other sustainable initiatives. So we partner with NGOs who think like us, who are like us, like-minded people, just to reduce the carbon print or the emission of the carbon prints into the atmosphere. So when we say climate change, we're just talking about the change in the consistent pattern of the weather. What happens? We're supposed to breathe in oxygen and bring out carbon dioxide, but we end up what? Breathing in carbon dioxide and more other elements. The environment of the planet is not getting safer again. The whole system is getting choked. So we are preaching this. We are telling people, hey, your actions are causing this. Our seas, aquatic lives are draining, depleting, dying. Animals are going extinct. What is happening? This is our cause, to educate and partner with people with our cause for people to understand. Because people were like, what is climate change?
Exactly.
Africans
I mean, you're one of the very few people that spoke
Yeah.
about climate change that actually I fell in love with it.
Okay.
I mean, I did know about climate change when it comes to the ozone layer being depleted
Okay,
because of
there's
our...
more to that. Has to
Yeah.
do with plastics. We talk about plastic because they are main factors.
Yeah, so I'm saying that because I actually had that because, I mean, elementary level, primary level, whatever.
Okay.
I only knew about the ozone layer when it comes to climate change. I didn't even know anything else aside that. But then when I got to your page, I found out she's founder of Morehead Organization. I'm like, what is this about? And then I'm like, climate change. I'm like, okay, maybe ozone layer. And then I go in depth and I find out that there's more to even climate change. I mean,
What
the plastic,
we wear,
what we wear.
eat, what we breathe in, even how we think, everything has to do with climate change.
Exactly.
Everything.
How has the journey been so far with the Morehead Organization?
It hasn't been easy, I must say, because I am not specialized in an area. I'm not an environmentalist. I don't have that background, but it's the passion for a right cause that pushed me here. I had to learn, I had to read, I had to join groups, I had to meet some right people who will eventually join you to the right links. So, but when you've made up your mind that, hey, I want to do something, you will do. And I feel like this is something that you don't even need a background. You don't need to specialize in that area. Of course, if you want to, further it, but this is something that the layman must understand. We are putting it to the layman. Hey, don't use plastic. Why? Because of this. Don't dump this here. Why? Because of this. Don't defecate in the water body because of this, that. Let's try not to eat so much meat. Why? Because of this, that. There are so many factors that cut across climate change, what we might not even get time to talk about. So these are the things we do.
I must say the journey is not easy when it comes to climate change. I thought it was just easy, just telling people not. I mean, even changing the perception of a human being is, or the mentality of someone's brain, or how someone thinks is quite difficult. Yeah. Talking about this organization, how do you fund it? Because I mean, I know you're not grown. She's in her 20s.
I'm doing my NSS,
and doing your national
I'm
service.
a teacher. Yeah.
How do you fund this whole?
Yeah, thank you so much. So now funding is strictly from my coffers, my sister and I, our own personal money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then you have money.
Because we are now, trying to, we don't have money, but it's for the cause. You have to start for someone to see you.
You have to be passionate about it.
Yes, you have to use your own capital. You have to do something on your own. Someone will not help you if they've not seen anything. How can I go asking for money or support if no one has seen anything out there? They have to see that you are serious. They have to see what you have done. Then you get support. So for now, it's strictly from our own savings
budgets or something.
Exactly. So, but we care for sponsorship. We care. That's why we partner most of the time, so that we can be able to split
great connects
exactly. But then we are also, I told you, we have a project coming on that we are bringing sponsors on board, hopefully to sponsor and fund some of our events and projects, because it's a collective thing. Hence the name, the Morehead Organization.
Yeah, exactly.
We feel like the Moreheads. It's because with the
like
issue
more
of
heads
climate
coming
change,
together. Yeah.
we need more heads. We need all the heads. And believe that one head, two heads are better than one. Even if we get just two heads, we're done. So we always believe that the more heads, it's a collective thing. In fact, there's nothing that has achieved great support if that is not collective. Collectivity is everything. Communalism. So hence the name, the Morehead.
Oh, great. No wonder. Because, I mean, I really loved the name. And I was like, this is a great name for a great organization.
You should join us.
I'm definitely
It's not just for women. It's just founded by women.
That was going to be my next question, because I see it's founded by you and your sister. And I see I see more of women into it. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I don't think I can join this. There's more women. But I love, I must say, I'm proud of you.
There are lots of women in the sustainable space. You just get a few conscious fashion male designers, but most of the women, like making of shea butter, sustainable living, most of them are women, even though we have men there. But
I mean, men are not really that loud. We don't really make
but
people...
we have men in the agro farming, we have men in the sustainable. Trust me, even the man, how I even got so conscious about climate change was through one guy, L. Today he's happy because the first time he met me, he was like, you have to stop eating meat. I was like, me? What do you mean?
I'm never going to stop.
I'm never going to stop eating meat. But I won't say that I have stopped eating meat, but my consumption of meat has really reduced drastically. Before, I'll eat meat like the whole week, like 5 times the whole week.
Wow.
Morning, afternoon, evening. And I'm not just eating one. I'm chewing all types of poultry. But now I'm very cautious. It's difficult to say no, because in our community, or where I find myself, these proteins are easily accessible, and it's been part of my diet. I'm still being conscious of myself, having, a mixed diet, more of veganism, plant-based, and all of that. I'm still getting there, but I am way better than before. And the whole aim is to go 0 on meat.
Let's talk about Miss Malaika Ghana.
Okay.
Why did you join Miss Malaika Ghana?
Okay. Thank you. I get this question a lot of times, but the main motive for joining Miss Malaika was to get a dais, a great platform for people to hear of the Moreheads. That was the main reason.
So you are not like those other ladies that would join Miss Malaika Ghana because of the cash and the car. I mean,
the car and the crown that it comes with. No. That wasn't my motive. But of course, if I were to be the queen, that would be a plus for me. That is
How was your reaction
thing.
like, though, not coming out as the winner? I mean, because I think I saw a lot of people rooting for you. And then all of a sudden news comes in.
It's funny, but I wasn't perturbed. I wasn't bothered, because the main reason was not even with the crown. I just wanted to get there and get the platform, just for people to hear of climate change. Because after, the whole aim was, carry on with the project. Because Miss Malaika, mind you, has the audience I needed, the target audience, and then the people from ages of 16, even 16 and below, to 40.
40, yeah.
And that is the youth, the masses. They have a vibrant social media page. And this was what I was looking for climate change. Imagine all this attention with climate change. Imagine all this attention with climate change. This would be good. But unfortunately, COVID hit and things went slow. But that doesn't mean we are not going on it. We still have the DS, we still have the platform, we still have the brand. And so we're putting things in place. And hopefully next year, we will do something big. You will hear of us.
What are you doing? Tell us already.
Oh, no. It's just a surprise. But it's a project concerning climate change. And by then, hopefully, the restrictions on COVID will be calm.
Yeah.
So we would, because most of the projects we want to do has to be a collective one, bringing people together, meeting, and you can't do that with all of the social
the whole
distancing
pandemic
and all of that. So we are law-abiding citizens, we are loyal, and very patriotic, so we are following. I mean, we don't want to worsen the case.
Yeah.
So we are just trying to calm things down. But for the meantime, we are holding webinars, we're doing things online, we're not meeting face-to-face. So I think we are still on the right course.
Why Miss Malaika Ghana? There are other female pageants out there. Why did you choose Miss Malaika Ghana?
Okay. By then, during that period, Miss Malaika was the deal. Like, it was the hype. 2 pageantry came in mind, Miss Universe and Miss Malaika.
Okay.
And Miss Malaika, because I know a couple of people who have been there, and they are one of the pageantry with the loudest views on social media, because I barely sit on TV to watch, so we hear of them on social media. But then Miss Universe actually was the ultimate for me. But I feel like Miss Universe criteria is more of model. They have specific criteria.
But you could pass for a model.
Really? I think I'm fat. I'm a 12. They are looking for a 10 and below. A 10 is even too much.
Who is lying to her that she is fat?
I'm at 12.
I mean, we're not body shaming though, but I mean, you are. I mean, I think
no, but ideally they're looking for models.
Yeah, they're looking for models. Great.
Slender, tall. You have the pose, photogenic, and all of that.
But you're photogenic.
But you know what we are talking about. We're talking about high fashion models and all of that. And so that was a whole no-no for me, because I felt like I was out of the criteria. And I'm happy because they get to represent Ghana outside. So I'm not saying because I think I'm thick or I'm a 12, I can't get to Miss Universe. I don't know, but this was what I was thinking. Because I have watched all my friends that went the Telco, Akpene, and all of that. Even my current friend is the Miss Universe queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Chelsea. And she's slender, comparing our size, and she's taller too. And of course, there's some, you need some touch of qualities.
Yeah.
I can't catwalk. I'm not so much of a lady. I'm just myself.
Great.
So I don't think that was prudent for me, or that was the right space for me. So with Miss Malaika, it went beyond all of that. They are all-inclusive. I'm not saying Miss Universe is not all-inclusive, but looking at their criteria is more restricted than Miss Malaika. And Miss Malaika, very, very inclusive. So I felt like, oh, that was okay. I had the qualities. I feel like I'm intelligent, I'm smart, regardless that I thought I was bulky, or should I say bulky? Bulky is for objects.
I know.
I thought I was thick. I could still find my way there. So I felt like that was a good platform for me. So I went for that.
Talking about figures, you seem to be one of the very few people that I know on social media that keep preaching their skin color and feeling comfortable, confident in it. You preach that a lot.
I'm more of empowering women.
But did you ever, at any point in your life, feel the stigma when it came to your color, I mean your complexion, and also how you looked?
Yes.
And how did you handle that?
When I say this, people don't believe me. They're like, oh, you're lying. So confident. You just did it. Are you? But one thing about me is I'm very, let me say, mepagro.
Yeah.
So even when you tease me and it's even getting to me, I don't
just laugh with it.
I laugh it because I tease people. So when people tease me, I don't
Get personal with it.
Yes, but those times, if you tease me with my complexion, it used to pain me.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot. It got to a time I really wanted to bleach because the stigmatization was serious. Like, they feel like they're just laughing over it. But hey, this is what I keep telling people. Not everything is a joke. It got to a time I almost bleached. I had a very strong mother to come to me and say, hey, you are nice the way you are. You are okay. And now, finally, we get people accepting Black beauty and, anti-colorism and all of that. People are getting aware with the way the world is going and all of that. So it's a good thing that women are finding confidence in their color, in their skin, and their shape. Anyway they are. It's a movement now. And so we are happy about it. But before, it wasn't that easy. I am a victim of that. And then I won't advise that.
Trust me, you grace it so beautifully, and I love that about you. Let's take on some tea. I don't want this to be so intense. This is still Tea with London. My name is Londonthecreator, and this show is proudly brought to you by Home of Age Ghana and sponsored by Yaadia Capsule and Mixture. Now we're going to go on to...
You need to sip it.
I need to sip that tea. Now we're going to move on to Miss Malaika. You had an objective that was to have a great platform to actually speak about or be head of so you can project the Morehead Organization. Should you say, or should I ask, were you able or have you been able to achieve that goal since you moved to Miss Malaika Ghana?
Okay, thank you very much. I wouldn't say I haven't been able to achieve that goal, but because there are circumstances that led to that. I've been able to be aware of these goals, and I keep being aware of them. And we are about to implement something. There's a project coming on. Then again, COVID stepped in, and so we had to play slow on some things because my course has to do with more face-to-face, even though we are still working, but the objective was to, have like a in-person project because, education, sensitization, going to schools, meeting people, having, groundwork and all of that was a lot.
Okay.
And so the COVID impeded greatly on my project, our project, the Moreheads, because it had to do with a lot of, I kept saying physical, But then again, we had to switch. We were doing webinars. I told you. Those on my social media page realized that we've had like 2 series of webinars even during this whole time.
Yeah.
So without the COVID, the big project would have been implemented. But it's still underway. We are not stopping. Hopefully, early next year, you would hear from us. Hopefully, the COVID would have been calm.
Yeah.
I mean, restrictions should have been calm and easy. And so we're hoping that we can have a face-to-face interaction with people and a large crowd. So that's why, and move from one place. COVID is not helping issues, so we can't just flout rules and then just be meeting people. You have to meet people, a specific number. Even churches
have limitations.
Yeah, exactly. So we can't just put the law in our own hands and say, hey, we have a great cause, climate change. Hey, let's summon an assembly, a set of people. No. So we had to pause. But things are underway, as I said. So hopefully next year, God willing, you would hear from us.
So where should we see the Moreheads in the next 5-10 years? What are you aiming to achieve with this organization?
We're aiming to have fully sensitized a large number of the youth, because you keep talking about climate change and people don't even know what it is.
True.
We are hoping that a large number of the youth will be aware. Even not in a large, we are looking at a large. I don't want to go below our limits or below our goals and visions, but we want to sensitize as much as people as we want. At least they should be aware. They shouldn't necessarily be on board.
Yeah.
Sustainability should be part of people. We want to target a number of people, a group of people, youth. Those in schools, those at home, market people, everyone is involved in this fight, and materialize the solutions.
Great.
We want it to be a lifestyle. That is what we are achieving. Because if people know it and people understand, people will live by it. We just don't want to come and say, do this and do that. We want you to understand why, for instance, we say, don't use plastics. And why we're saying don't use plastics. Or we're saying, reuse whatever you have. Reuse, recycle. Why are we saying this? We need you to understand. Because if I say, hey, London, don't use plastic, you definitely ask me, why? Because it's convenient and it's cheap. You ask me why. So you have to know why you shouldn't use plastic and why you should reuse this and that. Okay. So that is what we are looking at.
So if I should be an investor or someone hoping to support your cause, what is the great way to approach the Morehead Organization to either fund it? Because trust me, this is just, our trailer is just out there, and then trust me, I would like to boast a little. We're all the way up in the United States, Germany. Also, we have people listening so far from London and other countries. We have Nigeria and, Ghana. And so, who knows? You never know. Someone might be listening and someone might be watching as well and would want to help. How would the person help?
Well, so currently we're making reforms on our website. It should be ready by end of the year.
Great.
So with there you can get details on us or anything, or just jump into our DMs on social media. We are not really active on Twitter, but we are very active on Instagram. We will be moving to Twitter soon. As we go, the responsibilities get higher. So you can contact us on our social media pages and website. You can get us and then just declare your allegiance to support, and then we'll take it from there. We'll be happy to have people help us because it's an NGO, and so literally non-profits. So we are struggling to, I won't say we are struggling because
you're trying.
We are trying our best.
I must say I'm so proud of you for this.
Thank you so much.
This is still Tea with London. My name is London the Creator. The show is partly brought to you by Home of Age Ghana and sponsored by Yaadia, Herbal and Capsules. Anyway, let's just sip on some tea and get ready because we have a game.
You know I love this tea. Whoever made it is the best.
My team makes the best tea. And then right here in the studio where we're actually having this interview is a home of safety. You were safe. The reception is always...
I feel so comfortable. I told you, I didn't even feel like I was sitting on a chair. I'm taking this couch home, this cushion.
Oh my goodness. I didn't have to brag about this. You
actually, guys, it's the best. Like, the ambience. I
am not the best.
And
it is actually...
You are the best.
Home of H is the best because, I mean,
Thank you so much, Home of H. I'm totally loving my seat.
You should grab one. You should grab one of these chairs. Check out their showroom.
If you don't break a neck. I will.
We don't break necks. They don't break necks. Let me just personalize it to them because I always say we don't break necks like I work with them. Anyway, we're moving on to the next segment, and it's the game segment. Trust me, I do not know what this game is going to be about. The producers of the show don't want me to know what the game is going to be about. They've kept quiet on it. So if you're ready.
I'm ready.
No, she has to go. I am the host.
You're the host.
Yeah,
this is unfair.
Okay, this is unfair.
Yeah.
I take it upon myself to actually go. I was thinking, well, okay. Oh, wow. Folded nicely. Favorite travel destination and why? I would love to go to either Bali or Santorini. The reason is the scenery. I like calm, green, and pleasure, relaxing places. Basically, that's the reason I'll do that.
Who inspires you the most? Family, friends? Anybody who knows me knows who inspires me the most. It's my mother.
Yeah, I know, right? The mom.
And my sister, too.
And your sister.
My mom inspires me to do more, go up and go. She's my role model. She's everything. She's like the perfect woman for me. So my mother, any day, any time.
Celebrity crush, and do tell us why. That's something I don't think I do.
Yes, lovely.
I don't think I have a celebrity crush because I love all of them. Trust me.
That's fine. That's me.
Maybe the person I'm crushing on is not a celebrity.
Yeah. Wow. Talk to us about fashion. Who is your favorite fashion designer? Wow, I didn't even think I have a favorite.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't. But so far, I'm so much more in the African contemporary design.
Okay.
Yes, those people. I don't even have a name, honestly. I don't have any particular person in mind, but I'm into anybody who is doing contemporary African fashion, African material, anything bougie, spacious, not so tight. So, but I can't really mention names right now because I don't even know of any. But I know their social media handles. That's how bad I'm. People think I'm so much into fashion, but that's how poorly I am. Let me say poor.
But then your fashion sense is like, I mean.
Thank you. I think I have to go into that.
You should. The funniest thing you've ever done. Oh my God.
I can't wait to hear.
I'm trying to remember the funny. I think I'm always so serious.
No. Is that the funniest thing?
No, I'm trying to. Oh God, I'm blank.
I think you're always funny.
Naturally, yeah. I think my everyday life is funny because I mean I try to always make everybody around me happy.
Wow. Define human rights in one sentence. Human rights are privileges given to everybody, regardless of your status.
Define your success in 3 words. At the moment, I wouldn't say I'm successful. I am on the path to become successful. And if I'm supposed to define my success will be who I impact positively. My success will be what I'm doing that makes me happy. And my success would be my country. I'm being the change that I always want to see.
Nice. I would have added money. Money is my success. Assuming social media didn't exist, what would you be doing today? A lot. I keep saying that a lot of things I'm even doing is not even on social media. I will still be serving. I have the spirit of serving. I want to serve people. I like to serve people. That's why I take leadership serious. Because leaders, as leaders, you're just supposed to serve, be on our behalf. Go and do what we want you to do. Speak for us. Be the spokesperson. That is someone with a service. And it's not everyone that can serve. So I would want to serve. Anything that has to do with service. Service to mankind, service to humanity, everything service.
It was fun moments with
fun.
you, Franklina.
Thank you.
I hope we could do this for a longer time, but I don't know if my audience wants to have you again and they would want to watch for that longer hour or listen to my puppy voice for that long hour. But my name is Londonthecreator, and this show was proudly brought to you by Home of Age Ghana and sponsored by Yaadia Herbal Capsules and Mixture. She has been my guest for today's episode, which is the first maiden season 1, episode 1. And I'm super excited that I had her on the couch. And then we sipped on some infused tea, which is so flavored and cheers to greatness and cheers to goodness. Thanks for watching and listening. Love you all.